We're live call.
Yes, we are. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for showing up to be with us on another Sunday, 7 p.m. You know how we do, you know how we bring it. Last week, we heard from a guy in Canada. Hopefully, he returns and hopefully, he told some more people. Canada, we had Jamaica in the house before. We had Africa in the house. We still have Africans watching the show. So,
Yes.
hi, and welcome to everyone. Tiffany,
Welcome.
how are you, my dear?
I'm good. I'm good. God is good. We're here. We're blessed. Hi everybody. Welcome, welcome. Let me say this. We have to start off with this because we don't want nobody flagging us. This is educational purposes only. Fair use. This is our opinions, no one else's.
Thanks for that, Tiffany.
How are you doing?
I am excellent as always. I never complain because who cares? No one wants to hear it.
We do care, Carl.
We do, really?
Yeah.
A friend that says nobody cares.
No, it's people out there that care. It feels like that.
Yes.
But people do care.
Yes. You are absolutely correct because when people do stuff to hurt themselves because they think nobody cares, then they see how people care. So if we would show people we care before they hurt themselves, then I think, the world will be a much better place.
Yeah.
Today's show, our main topic, the pregnant black woman that was shot in Ohio by a police officer, and they claim police are not racist. And as I said in the title of the show, wink, wink, police are not racist. And let me just talk about this for a little bit, Tiffany. Somebody that watches our show said that our show is not funny, and I guess that's why they don't really watch or for whatever reason, but it's kind of hard to make this stuff funny. And Kevin and I have talked about this before.
Hey, Kev, see you soon.
Oh, Kevin's not here. If you're looking for Kevin, or Kevin's sister, if you're looking for Kevin is running late. He says he's going to be in about 7:30. He's on his way back to New York from wherever he is. Is he in Florida? Was he in Florida this weekend?
I don't know. I know he was traveling. So
yeah. So Kevin,
we'll see you soon.
Yeah, Kevin will be here around 7:30. But it's kind of hard to make this kind of stuff funny. And when I'm on stage, and when Kevin's on stage, when we're on stage, I know I'm funny. When I talk about stuff like this, it's hard to make it fun. And I don't want to make it funny. I don't. I have no, and this is a white person, and I know
told you this.
Yeah, and I know it's all about how uncomfortable white people feel when we talk about stuff like this. It makes them feel uncomfortable. So they don't want to hear it. They want us to be funny all the time, and just pretend like everything is okay and everything.
They want you to entertain them, not talk about your issues. Just entertain them.
And everything is not okay, because when I see stuff like this, and I see people like me getting killed by the police, and I know I could be next. It could be me.
Right.
Cousin, my sister, it could be my aunt, it could be my
anybody, my nephew, it could be anybody. My brother was a victim of being killed by the cop. So,
So we have our funny moments, you know what I mean? But
we have to laugh to keep from crying.
Absolutely.
That's how I'm going to be honest. That's how I get through it. I have to try to at least put in something to be able to keep from crying. And that's why I do like comedy too, because you have to put something on it to be able to say, you know what, let's just make this out of a joke, because we can't believe it's happening, but it's happening. And it's sad that a young lady, became, not even a victim, but a person that's now unalive because of a cop shooting her when they could have avoided it.
Yeah. So here we go, folks. So grab a seat, grab a chair, pull up a chair, grab some popcorn. Please chime in. Please comment. I'm going to put a link to the show in the comment section. If you want to jump in on the panel, you can jump in on the panel. We appreciate it. Just be respectful. We don't, if you watch the show, we can just keep it respectful.
Yeah.
This pregnant black woman, Takaya Young, was shot and killed because they thought she stole some liquor. So they got a call that she had stolen some liquor, right? So they go out to her car, right? So she's getting ready to pull off. One of the officers pulls out a gun because she hasn't got out the car yet, right? And so her car pulls forward a little bit. Very much likely she's scared. You pulled a gun out on her and her car shifted a little bit because it was probably in drive, correct? And so then he shoots her and kills her and then continues to tell her to come out the car. She's dead now. You're talking about come out the car. She's gone. So I'm trying to figure out how liquor equates to you need to die. And even if she did steal it, she needs to end her life over that? Like, her car jerked a little bit. Y'all need better training. Y'all do not see black people as human, because there is no way you felt so inclined to shoot somebody and take their life over stolen property. We are human lives worth more than property. And then for her to be pregnant, so you took 2 lives. I hope any police officer, any law enforcement, any person who takes another person's life over property has a terrible, terrible, terrible life.
No, this is not a shock factor. No, this is not for clicks. And no, this is not for the views. This is strictly to spread awareness that these problems are going on every single day and it's not being brought to the forefront. The public media does not want to display this kind of news. This kind of news will put the people who are responsible for it in the light, which they don't want. They don't want this brought to light. They'll keep it down in the trenches of all media. Reason why is a minority being assaulted in this kind of situation is not the same as one who was born and raised on the land. We are only given exceptions. When are we going to receive change? When are we going to receive the difference that'll make a difference? Our kids are dying every day as long as we do nothing.
21-year-old Takaya Young was shot and killed by a Blendon Township police officer outside that Kroger Thursday evening. And her family's attorney did give us permission to share this photo of her with you. Young was pregnant. Now, court records do show a warrant was issued for Young this past Monday for allegedly violating a protective order. Chief John Belford said Kroger employees reported Young for stealing alcohol. When officers got to the store, Belford said Young was in the black car with no license plate and parked in a handicap spot. 2 officers order Young to get out of the car more than a dozen times, and she sped toward an officer who had gotten in front of her car, and that officer fired a single shot.
I wanted a thorough and independent review of this incident. That's why I immediately asked the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation to handle the investigation. Out of an abundance of caution, I placed both officers on administrative leave.
Belford says he does have plans to release that body-worn camera footage from the incident as soon as the legally required redactions are made from that video.
Service 1828.
Get out of the car. Then get out. No. Then get out.
Get out of the car.
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 Shots fired.
Shots fired. Stop the goddamn car. Stop the goddamn car.
We're going to have a 34 on.
Used a little excessive force, and I slapped somebody when he said something really insulting to me. And after I did that, I realized, wow, I shouldn't have, I had no right to do that. That was not professional. It not only was it not professional, it was not human. About a week later, another incident occurred, and I used more force than I needed. After the guy was handcuffed, I grabbed him, I pushed him up against the wall, and I said, "Don't you dare say that to me again. Do you understand?" And I realized this is a disease I'm starting to develop.
The hunt for black people, as he calls it, is part of a racist system that he condemns today. The first thing he denounces is the quota of arrest imposed on U.S. police in many large cities. This race for numbers pushes them to stop black people for no reason.
Quotas lead to arrests for no reason. Minorities have no one to call if they're wrongly arrested. The white person will call their local political committee man or person. They'll call the parents, perhaps, of a teenager, will call the local politician. Yo, what's going on here? My child was arrested just because he didn't have his license. Why don't you just tell him to go home and get his license? And things like, so the white person has more power. Black people have no connection to the people in power. So you know there's not going to be any blowback on arresting a minority because they don't have any power to complain.
And African Americans are not only unjustly arrested, they are not treated with the same respect as white people are.
If you stop somebody from going through a light, you would say, hey, out of your car. Out of your car. Show me ID. You wouldn't say that. To a white person, you would go up and say, may I see your driver's license, please? And blacks know that. Blacks know when you go up and say, hey, out of your car, now. And then they say, whoa, what did I do? Oh, what did I do? Don't say that. Don't ask me why I'm stopping you. I said get out of the car. And that's right there, your first disrespect. And I saw that happening, and blacks know it's happening. They know it's not happening to white people, so automatically they start resenting the police. Just from little verbal commands, let alone the physicality of grabbing somebody and putting them in handcuffs while you check their ID. Unfortunately, when I would tell other officers, whoa, that's enough, then they would think, hey, what are you? N for the word. What are you, an N lover?
Since he retired, he campaigns openly against the racist behavior of the police. The former officer has even made a very explicit sign.
I'm asking police, end open season. Stop shooting black men just like they're some kind of animal.
They wouldn't do that with a white?
No.
Why?
They have, they devalue the black man. The black man is, well, let's put it this way. In driving down a street in Philadelphia on a hot Friday night in August, I was with a partner, and of course, hot August night in Philadelphia, a lot of these people don't have air conditioning, and they're outside. So there's a lot of people outside on the steps in the street, and as we're riding down, my partner says, wow, the roaches are out tonight.
The roaches are out tonight. All right, folks, let's get into it.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow, the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We'll be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No, it's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining us here on another Sunday, 7 p.m.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Tiffany, we are, like I was saying earlier, someone said to me, because Kevin and I are comics and, that our show is not funny and they can't watch. But like I said, it's kind of hard to make this stuff funny.
Well, y'all serious now. Y'all see y'all when y'all do y'all comedy, but this is a serious situation.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're talking about Takai Young, a young black woman. Do you know her age, Tiffany?
She's about 20. I think she should be either in her early 20, 21. She's a young female. She's young.
So if you saw the video, apparently she was in a Kroger store and they accused her of stealing liquor.
Mm-hmm.
They called the police, as you saw in the video. She was sitting in her car. Police were telling her to get out of the car. and I guess she didn't get out fast enough, or she didn't make a move to get out, and the car lurched forward, and it doesn't seem like she hit the accelerator to try to get out, to escape, or the car kind of lurched forward. Maybe her foot was on the brake and came off or whatever, but the cops.
Why would he stand? Not to cut you off, but why would he go in front of a car that was on?
Because his intention was to shoot her. That's why. I mean, we're not going to sugarcoat this. And as comedian Godfrey has said in one of his videos that I saw on YouTube that I watch, to remind me, they just don't like black people. And you saw what the last video, the cop said, a former cop, they hunt black people. And it's there for us to see. So, like I always say, Tiffany, what else do we need to see? Seriously, what else do we need to see? We're just bringing this news because hopefully that we can figure out a way to maneuver around these
solutions, right?
I never say all white people, but it's a large enough majority where we got to do something and to get away from these people. He did not have to shoot her. I don't care. Some people might say, well, you're not a cop. You don't know what it's like. I don't need to know what it's like because I have seen enough videos where white people punch cops, take the cop's gun. I saw a video of a white guy chasing a cop around a car. Literally, I'm going to look so hard for that for the next time. The guy had a knife. The white dude had a knife. And he was chasing the police around the car, around and around the car. And the cop was trying to get away from him.
Yeah, like nothing.
Yeah, he didn't turn around and shoot him, like he should, like he does. You know what I mean? So there's enough videos out there of white people not getting killed or shot.
Not getting killed at all. And I mean, they should have got their behind whooped or kicked or something for making them do the things that they would do to them cops. But
absolutely, they pat him on the head, they give him a hug, they offer cookies and coffee, and you know what I mean. But like Godfrey said, they just don't like us. So I don't know how we're gonna maneuver around this, but we got to get that through our heads because it seems like a lot of black people, we're just waiting for the day when white people say, okay, you know what? We're going to stop all the racist stuff. We're going to treat you guys fairly. That day is never coming.
No, it's not going to come because the system is built on it. The whole system has to be torn down and restructured again. You understand? Because it's still built on this black and white, this white supremacy, who to keep down, who to keep up, how to treat this one, how not to treat this one. It's still on that level. It needs to be torn down and redone over again. The young lady, again, he did not follow protocol. I know in my eye, you're supposed to tell somebody to turn their car off, okay? Because you don't want them to be moving and going. And why would you, if you look at the video, it was already a cop in front of her already talking to her and asking her, we just found out, you supposed to have stole something or whatever the case may be. She's like, I didn't steal anything. I think she said something about somebody else or something like that to the case may be. And then the other cop comes around and he goes right to the front of the car with the gun out. You understand? So that's right there is very scary. You understand? For a female, that what I'm noticing, they didn't even analyze to check her, like look inside the car to see what was going on because they said she was 7 months pregnant. She was pregnant. So if you have two cops that's pointing at you with guns or they banging at your door, are you going to really open up? You're going to be scared for you and your child, especially if you didn't do anything. Another question I want to ask too, did they find a bottle of liquor in her car after they shot her? I didn't see that come out on the news. I didn't hear them say, oh, well, they found the bottle in her car, inside her car. Did they see video of her stealing? You understand what I'm saying? Was this really justified? Did y'all think in your head, because they're going to feel like this is justified killing. They did what they supposed to have did because they asked her several times to get out the car. And then, as the young lady expressed too, the lady with the dreads, after they shot her, remember, she's dead already. The car is going off. They still screaming at the car. Get out the car. Get out the car. You see she's not stirring. It's going right into the wall. That means she is hit. She cannot move. She's not moving this car on her own. It was just, they didn't have no sympathy at all.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen videos like this, and we're going to continue to see videos like this. They obviously have no empathy, for us. We did a show before where we know for a fact the police department was started as slave catchers.
Yes.
That's why they were started. It was started to round up the black people and keep the black people in line. And it seems like that seems to be the sentiment throughout the police department. Even though there are black cops, that seems to be the way they're trained. And we all know, and I know, police react differently to black people than they do to white people.
It's how they train.
And I know, but I know how police react because I've been in cars with white people and we're traveling somewhere. Most of the time it was going to do a show. Me and other white comedians, all the time I'm the only black person in the car. We're all in the car driving, speeding, whatever, police. And I swear to God, the way the cops approach the car, they're smiling and they kind of, they have a relax until they see me. Until they see me.
They like, what you doing? Did you kidnap them?
The whole demeanor changes,
mm-hmm.
right? Because they're talking to the white guy, but they're focused on me,
mm-hmm.
right? Their eyes are locked on me, but they're talking to. So I don't think we're ever gonna get around this. How they react to us. I don't know if it's embedded in them, if it's genetics.
No, it's genetics. Me and my mother, we was talking about it because we keep seeing all these different situations happen. And we was like, is it in their blood from their ancestors? Is it in the DNA that they're not even thinking? This is a whole different time now. We're in 2023 and still people are being racially attacked. Just like with that young man that went and killed those people in Dollar Tree that we talked about last week. What would make you get up and do this to people that don't even know you, didn't do anything to you? You understand? But you want to kill them. I mean, who raised you?
It's just people. The young lady with the dress said maybe they need better training, but there's no amount of training. They just don't like black people. Godfrey said it, and I co-sign what Godfrey said.
And that's sad that we have to feel like you just don't like us for no reason.
Yeah, there's no rhyme or reason. They just don't like us. And there's nothing that we can do about it. But Dr. Umar, I found a video of his that kind of explains a little bit as to what's going on. So here we go.
Why am I worrying about Africa for? 20,000 miles away. What good is that for me? You know why? Because as Africa goes, so goes all African people. I've been all over the world, brothers and sisters. And guess what I've learned? Wherever I go, European Jews are respected. Wherever I go, European Jews got power. You know why? Because Israel is respected and Israel got power. Wherever I go, Chinese are respected. Chinese are in an economic power position. Chinese are always upheld and treated with respect and reverence. You know why? Because China is powerful. Why do East Indians get respect around the world? Because India is powerful. And guess what? Wherever you go in the world, African people are disrespected and ignored, even in Africa. You will never be respected. I don't care where you move to in this world until Africa is respected. That's why Africa matters. You want to know why black folks get killed by the police in broad daylight and nothing happens? Who gonna speak up for you? What African country gonna stand up and say the next time you kill one of mine in your country, don't come over here looking for no gas. Next time you kill one of mine in your country, don't come over here looking for no oil. Next time you kill one of mine in your country, don't come over here looking for no diamonds or no coltan. Next time you kill one of mine in your country, you ain't getting another piece of mineral from under my soil. Because remember, the African continent is the only continent that can survive without any other continent. No other continent can survive without Africa. There is no military without Africa. There's no atomic bombs without Africa. There's no cell phone or no internet without Africa. The most essential minerals necessary for the military and technological age are under the ground in Africa. Can you name a single country, Africa, Central or South America, anywhere in the Caribbean, where we are in control of our own economics? Anybody? There's not one. There is no black economy on earth ran by black people. And there is no liberation for African people until we get control of our economics. And I want you young people to hear me. Slavery stole from African people the natural, God-given desire to control your own destiny. Do you realize we're the only people not concerned about controlling our own community? We're the only people not concerned about controlling our own destiny. As soon as the Chinese show up on the shores of America, soon as an Arab shows up on the shores of America, soon as an East Indian shows up on the shores of America, they build in their own community. They're looking for a piece of a city to call their own shops, their own businesses, their own import, export, and all we want to do is look good. Half y'all in here, soon as you get your student loan check, you in New York City shopping because you want to look good. Looking good is more important than having power. African people, we in pursuit of money. White people in pursuit of power.
That's real talk.
Absolutely, you know. And how do we get by? How do we get over that? As he said, looking good. You know, we seem to not care about getting power. We seem to care more about how we look, about the nice car I got. Not even getting real estate, like getting a house. We just want the world to know that we look good, you know, but we have no power.
Yeah. We don't have no power, and most of us is very sad on the inside.
Yeah. And I'll give you a perfect example. In my neighborhood, there's a street, mostly black, where the cars drive too fast up and down. Black people always screaming, the cars are driving too fast. They need to slow down. Blah, blah. Year after year, they're screaming about how fast the cars are coming through. Same thing on another street, white people. White people said it one time, these cars are driving too fast. Next year, there was a road crew out there putting those speed bumps on the street. Problem solved, right? They just went right to City Hall or they whoever, I don't know what they did, but they went, that's the power.
They went and they said something about it. But out here, what I learned, if you want like a speed bump or you want like a traffic light or something, somebody has to get killed. Somebody has to die for it to happen.
Well, yeah, you know, but these white people, they went, I'm sure they went to whoever they voted in. I voted for you.
They went to their public officials.
I voted for you. Cars are driving too fast on Main Street. I need you to do something about it. And this guy said, oh, yeah, or this girl, whoever it was in office, the representative. Next week, they had a crew out there and they were putting speed bumps on that street. I'm sure black people could have done the same thing. But for some reason, we don't think, you know what I mean? We think we have no power. But
so that's the message. We do, you know, we vote, we go out there and we support people. If we have an issue, write a letter. You know, send a letter to them. They always tell you, write a letter. They will get in contact with you because I done wrote a couple of letters. Yeah, that's my light skin side of me. I will write a letter. You understand? Get on my nerve. I'll be right on that internet. I was very disappointed. I'm sorry. I spent $200 for this ticket and almost got burnt. They sent me $200, reimbursed me, and gave, you know, me a credit for another ticket. Yeah, I don't play that. So I do the same thing you do. If you are unhappy about something, even with the schooling, that's why I don't understand with Florida, you know, shout out to our black people in Florida, the Floridians. Y'all have to speak up. Y'all have to say something. Did you know that DeSantis went to Jacksonville and they booed his ass?
I saw that, yes.
They booed his ass, and then their councilwoman went up there and said, listen, y'all be quiet. He came up here to give us gifts, so I'm going to accept these gifts. Now, let's get the party started. I grabbed my purse.
That's what she said?
Yes. I'm like, did she say he came up here to give gifts and we're going to accept these gifts and let's get this party started and stop booing him? Are you crazy, lady? These are not gifts. His antics and him trying to erase us as Black people and erase our Black history is how you say, gassing these people up, gassing these sick young. And this young man was 20 years old. You ain't even been on this earth 30 years, 40 years to even see what Black people really went through. And you gonna sit there and take the time. And another thing, Carl, I wanted to bring this up because you always bring it up and it gives me chills. The alligator bait thing, right? I was watching a documentary. Do you know Florida is known for that? They are signature for the alligator bait baby thing.
Yeah.
They said that's another reason why they don't want you to know the history. And they don't want you to know the history of the wars that was going on down there because the Black people and the Indians fought very hard for their land down there. So yeah, they got a real history. So that's where your alligator debate with the babies, the Black babies and the alligator bait. Yeah, that's from Florida.
Yeah, absolutely.
Horrible.
They had
and they got history. They made postcards, everything.
Absolutely. You know. But then they would want to refer to us as savages, you know.
And they're more savage than us.
Absolutely.
It's not even in our DNA to be savage.
Yeah. You know, let me show you this white woman yelling at a police officer and nothing happened to her.
That never got brought up in the conversation. You're not going to touch me. You're not going to touch me. If you touch me again, you're going to jail. Conversation's done.
Walking away. I tried my best. I know you, I tried my best, but I am asking you, how does it apply? The fact that I have a vagina, he has a fucking testicle.
Go away. Go away.
I'm not touching you. I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. I am asking you. No, I am asking you. I am asking you to come to me. I am asking you. I am asking you. I sort of watch this. I am asking you.
You're being covered by I got you. I got you.
No.
Yeah, no, here. Give me another unit over to Pennsylvania, please.
Oh, yeah.
Tiffany, if she were Black,
he would have smacked the hell out of her, knocked her down, probably shot her, just like they did to that young lady, Miss Young.
Yeah, imagine that. You know, and that was a mild interaction. I wish I could have found a video where the guy grabbed the police gun, he grabbed the baton, he hit the police with the baton, and then he took off in the police's car. They never shot at him. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? We know it. I guess there's nothing we can do about it. You know, the police react differently to us than they do to white people. It's a fact. White police react more angrily towards us. They have used more force with Black people. They yell more. They give more commands. You saw the retired police said the same thing. You know, they give verbal commands that they don't give to white people. Get out the car, you know, just because you're Black.
Did you see his sign, stop open season?
Yes.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Because that's what it is.
Like y'all coming out saying something. And I knew this was, let me tell you something, this is what I'm learning. Within 15 to 20, 25 years, people come out and tell the truth. Because you know certain people have gag orders and they can't talk about certain things. So now he is able, he's probably retired and chill, and he done saw all of this go down. He done saw people take Black people down. The whole thing is a setup in my eyes. You understand what I'm saying? I think it's a setup because a lot of these young people didn't even need to be locked up. A lot of these people don't need to be killed. That young lady didn't need her life to be taken just over a bottle of liquor that nobody said she had yet. Nobody said anything. Now, I did see her in the handicap thing, but then they said she was pulling off. So I don't know if she was pulling off and that's when the cop had stopped her. But I'm going to be honest, if I was 7 months pregnant, Carl, I'm not getting out the car with these 2 white cops pointing guns at me. That's making me nervous. Now, they could have let her go and just took her license plate and found her.
They could have. And why was he standing? Why would you stand in front of the car? Why not stand to the side like the other cop?
That's that aggressiveness.
Right.
That's that aggressiveness.
He wanted her, I dare you, I'll shoot you.
Yeah, and she said that. I think I don't know. I was trying to hear, are you going to shoot me or something like that? To that. It's just real scary that she lost her life, and she had other children too. You know, it's just sad. In front, like I said, it'd be sad if she really didn't steal anything, and her life being taken. This should be a learning lesson for police. You understand, especially in Ohio. You cannot. They have to change things, Carl. They have to, like I said, they have to dismantle and do it again.
I heard someone say that police should have to take a lie detector test, and they were asking straight up, how do you feel about black people? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Whatever. And if you don't like black people, then you can't work in a black neighborhood. Let them, all the white police go work in the white neighborhoods who don't like black people. If you don't like black people, why are you working in a black neighborhood?
Well, don't they take mental tests? They take mental tests. Some people don't pass it. Some people pass it. Now, a lot of them know what to say to pass a test. So I will say they should get, what's her name? What's the white lady name that always she know how to read people with the races? God, please don't let me forget this lady name.
Oh,
Do the chat know? What is her name? Oh my God. The white lady she be putting people in their place. Jane Elliott. Excuse me. Sorry, Jane Elliott. She needs to go into the police system or use her tactics and see who is the most racist, and that's how you wean them out. Okay, they need to because they can find out if a person is racist. And then you got to remember too, a lot of these white cops, their fathers was cops, their fathers was cops. You understand? So they're following behind their family, their fathers, being police officers.
Yeah. Donna said, what's up, Donna? Donna said, she asked the cops if you were going to, I think she did say, you're going to shoot me.
Are you going to shoot me or something like that?
Yeah. But you got to remember, they don't see us as human. So it's easy for them to shoot. They don't see you. They don't see you as having a family. They don't see you as having loved ones. They just see you as one of those people that they don't like. So if I shoot this person, and what do I care? It's not an actual in their mind.
Right.
It's not an actual person. It's just, you know what I mean? They look at us like we don't matter. We don't.
Yeah. I think they're programmed, and I think it starts from the white mother. The white mother is the one that have these children. And you need to teach your children how to have empathy and sympathy for others, not only just white children. I don't know if you saw that these 2 truckers tried to go into Denny's to eat, and the lady wouldn't serve them, and said that she felt like they was hostile. And they called the cops on them and pulled them out and everything, out of the store because the white lady felt hot. She said, we just came in. We just wanted to get something to eat. She had us waiting for like 25 minutes because she didn't, like you said, Carl, she really didn't want to serve them. They was the only 2 black guys there, So, people are programmed. I really think our white brothers and sisters are programmed to either be racist or overlook racist stuff.
Yeah. So is there a solution for it?
I keep my black ass away from them. I grab my pocketbook. I see them. I grab my stuff because they be stealing and stuff. So I gotta make sure I protect my stuff, and that's it. I don't bother. Listen, you nice to me, I'm nice to you because I have white friends. I'm not going to say I have white friends. That don't mean I'm gonna leave my life with them. Do you understand? But they cool.
Let me tell you, I have many white friends. Many.
Oh, I know you do.
Yeah.
You and Kevin.
Yes, it comes to the territory, but they asked me to go camping.
Oh no! Don't you dare!
No,
don't you dare! Oh no! You don't. Tiffany, you dare!
I told them I loved you guys, but I am not going in the woods
with y'all.
No.
You'll be a hot black dog. That's what you
Yeah.
would be. They're a hot dog.
'Cause-
You.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because they couldn't believe that I wouldn't go camping with them.
Just tell them it's okay. We
It's
just don't do
okay.
camping.
Yeah.
We can do anything else as long as we're in public and you can't kidnap me or keep me in a separate area. No, because it couldn't be your friend. It couldn't be them. How about if it's their friends that want to hunt you down in the woods? No.
So, because when white people get drunk, anything could happen.
Okay.
And I literally
No, they
mean that.
do.
Anything can happen when they drink and get drunk.
Yeah, white person
I don't
wasted.
care. Yeah. I remember one of the same guys that wanted me to go camping with them. And I never said anything to him, but we did a show one night. He was drinking. He got drunk. Somehow we got on the topic of basketball. And I said, well, I never play. I never play. It's not like huge in Barbados. It's no, you know what I mean? So, and he said, all you blackies can play basketball. I don't care. You guys come out of the womb dribbling. That's what he said. You guys come out of the womb dribbling. All you blackies.
And what did you do, Carl? Just sit there and be like, oh, ha, ha, ha.
No, I didn't laugh. You know what I mean? But, you know, he said what he said.
My head would have been popping. What do you mean we be dribbling out the womb? Bitch?
Yeah.
No, Carl, I'm sorry. I couldn't do that.
But I mean, you got to understand. Even I still feel this way. When you grew up in the Caribbean and you're not used to racism and the N-word and the things that a lot of Black Americans are sensitive to, people from the Caribbean are not sensitive to. And I know it's kind of hard to understand, but we didn't go through all the stuff you guys went through. So
you got to pass.
So,
but I would have slapped him.
And also one time, I remember back when there were payphones, and I was going to use a payphone. It was back in the 80s in Boston. I was going to use a payphone. And apparently this other white lady, older white lady, she was also going to use the same payphone. But I got there a couple steps ahead of her. So I grabbed the payphone. I didn't grab it because I didn't even realize she was coming to use the payphone.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it. I slowly took it up. I didn't grab it to try to get ahead of her. And she's like, I was going to use that. I go, well, sorry, but I got here first. And she said, you black bastard. And I just looked at her and said, that make you feel good? And she just looked at me and walked away. But I'm telling that story because I'm sure I would have had a different reaction had I been,
American.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I would have been, oh, yeah, I'm a black bastard, but you're a white bee. I saw a video with a Jamaican lady cursing a white lady out. This white lady said, I don't want you sitting near me, nigga, right? In the train station. That Jamaican lady cursed her down so bad that the lady was like, stop, please stop. She called her at least 5 black, I was like, woo. So yeah, they pick and choose who they do it to,
Yeah, but now, today is a whole different Carl.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No.
You'll get slapped.
Yes, there's a whole different person today.
Right.
Were you following? Have you heard of the? And I didn't tell you about this. There's a black tennis player, Coco Gauff. Are you following her at all?
No, I haven't heard of her. What's going on with her?
She was playing this German tennis player who's white. And Coco Gauff is 19. The German tennis player is either 35 or 37. But Coco Gauff was kicking her ass.
And she's a black athlete.
Coco Gauff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like the next Serena Williams.
Oh, so where she's from?
She's from America.
Oh, okay, she's American. Okay, so she's whooping this.
She's whooping this white German woman's ass, and the white German lady started to slow the game down. She started to walk slow. And in tennis, I found this out. You can't sit between serves. It's not allowed. You can't sit. You're supposed to stand or whatever if you take a drink of water, but she would go sit. She was apparently trying to slow the game down to get in this Coco Gauff's head.
Okay, so she was trying to antagonize her,
Yes.
bother her, play,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
But she held her head up, right?
Coco Gauff?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
And
good.
she kicked her ass. She won.
That's good. That's
So,
good.
I'm saying this. So it was excellent. It was so heartwarming.
I gotta look her up.
Yes, Coco. You have to look her up. So this is
We
Coco.
good at what we do.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So this is her. So let me show you this is a white lady complaining after she lost.
And yeah, I think it's the first time I'm crying in a press conference. I thought you're, as a tennis player, you are a performer. You owe the people. You owe the kids that watch. You owe the people that buy tickets for a lot of money. And I'm just a bit, at the end of the day, I go home and I can look at myself and I can say, I did a great job. But did I get anything from the people for that? I didn't. Maybe it's not zero. Maybe it feels like zero right now. But it feels pretty much like a flat zero. Even less than a zero because they treated me bad. Like they treated me like I was a cheater. Like I was like trying, sneaky ways to win this match or something. They treated me like I was a bad person.
Yo, that Karen need to stop. They treated me like
that is the German tennis player. All right, and this is Coco Gauff, and her mom's in the audience watching the game.
Shake it like a salt shaker. 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 Pop it till you percolate. First food on duty, no time to wait. Make it work.
Dang, that sounds like a black mama. That's
Yes.
right. You dance with them kids. And
All right, let me see this.
Oh, again. The tweener. Oh, I had it all.
good. She did good.
Oh, she was kicking her ass all over the place.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's good. What the chat talking about?
Well, who?
I said the chat. Is the chat talking?
Mean our chat? Or?
Yes, yeah, our chat.
Well, they were talking about the shooting before.
Okay.
But
that little girl.
As a tennis player, you are a performer. You owe the people.
There is something so insidious about a white woman coming to a press conference to cry for the cameras after losing to a player who is nearly half her age, after this white woman antagonized that 19-year-old for the better part of 3 hours. Laura Sigmund played Coco Gauff yesterday in the US Open, and she lost to Coco even after she did this entire thing for nearly 3 hours, where she purposely slowed down the game in between points to try to get into Coco's head. So in times when she's supposed to get ready for the serve, she's going to get her towel. When they're supposed to be drinking water, she's going to sit down, which is against the rules. It was so bad that she got a time violation, which is like pretty uncommon for professional tennis because people know the rules, or they should. The thing about Laura Sigmund is that she absolutely knew the rules, and she purposely broke them as a way to try to get into Coco's head because she knew that these are such insignificant rules that no one ever breaks, that like the ref might not call them out. And luckily for her, the ref really fucking didn't. The only time she called it out was for the singular time violation, even though she broke those rules several times over. Laura Sigmund, old head Laura Sigmund, has been playing tennis for longer than Coco Gauff has been able to operate a toilet. I mean that very literally. Coco Gauff was born in 2004. Laura Sigmund went pro in 2006. Coco was 2. Okay, this lady's been pro for 17 years. Coco.
She's 100% right.
You missed her like 4 times. She's never ready. It's not like we're having 30-ball rallies. It's 2 balls. She's going to. I'm not going. I'm going a normal speed. Ask any ref here. I go at medium pace speed. But she can't. It's every single point. And everybody in this crowd knows you're not being stopped. I've been quiet the whole match. Why do you think they clapped when you gave her time violation? She's been missing for like 6 points. Not first set, every game, second set, every game. I didn't say nothing, but now it's ridiculous. I don't care what she's doing on her serve, but my serve, she has to be ready.
Okay, well said. As if she didn't have the crowd on her side enough.
Well, she spoke her piece.
Yeah,
she was right.
You know, they be all in. First of all, that was the referee that was sitting up there in that high seat.
And the girl sat down 6 times, and you're not supposed to sit. And the white lady, she sat down 6 times when Coco Gauff was ready to serve, and you're not supposed to do that. And the ref only called her on it once. So after the 6th time, the sister said, I had enough of this. Like, you're supposed to be telling her, no, you got it. But the girl was trying to slow down the game because Coco was kicking her ass.
And if it was the other way around, Carl, they would have fouled to that girl. They would have fouled her.
Absolutely. And then the ref told her she's moving too quick. What do you mean too quick?
That's that white Karen stick together bullshit.
Yeah. What's up, Renee? Renee was on YouTube. What's up? Thanks for joining us. Said crybabies.
Yeah, you saw her like come on, you a grown-ass woman. Say congratulations to the young lady and move on.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Oh, they treating me like
she's slowing the game down. She's sitting down when she's not supposed to. She's doing everything and she's still lost.
Well, I hope she gets schooled by Serena and her sister, because they had to go through a lot of prejudice, a lot of people talking to them any kind of way and things like that. I really hope that they counseled her and let her know. But as we see, she's talking up for herself. She was like, listen, she done did this too much. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. So I'm very proud of her. Congratulations to that young lady. Shout out to her family, because she looks like she has a great support system that is there for her. And that's the thing. We have to be a great support system for our young people. If we do anything, we had these children for a reason, and we have to support them,
Yes, her dad and her mom are still together, and they're at all her games.
That's great.
Her dad, I saw her dad giving her a pep talk, and I can't find the video, but in one of the videos, her dad said, I don't give a damn, something. And she said, Dad, you can't swear. And he goes, what swear what? She goes, you swear? He goes, I didn't swear. What did I say? She said, you said damn. And he goes, well, that's not a swear. She goes, well, some places it is.
Yeah, for him as a black man to say it.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So I get it.
It just shows her character, and I so love her, and I hope she keeps doing well.
Yes, we send much love and blessings to that sister.
Right. Because don't forget, remember back in the day in Germany when Jesse Owens won the Olympics. Hitler
That's when they did the hands up, right?
Right. No, was it? I don't think
that the power fist they did?
No, that was this was Jesse Owens. That was way before. Okay. Jesse Owens.
They didn't want him to win either.
Hitler, that was back in the days when and Hitler left the stadium when Jesse Owens won.
Yeah, they didn't believe in it. I think they wasn't used to seeing a black person either like that either. You know, because they were the only like black athlete. It was like 3 or 4 of them, right? It wasn't a lot of them. It wasn't a lot of them there.
Right.
And I think that was during the time of them going through the war, you know, the in between that, but they still it's like, yeah, but our people always be doing our thing. We have superpowers. That's through all the pain we've been through.
Yeah, you like Kevin and I talk about this all the time. When we do a show, you have to be 10 times as funny as you have to be.
Right.
You can't be okay funny. You can't be so funny. You know what I mean? You have to bring the house down whenever you hit the stage, because we know, you know what I mean? Like, we know any reason they can find not to book you, they will not.
Right.
Book you, you know? And I've had agents call me after a show, say, Carl, what happened? I go, what do you mean happened? They got a complaint from one of the comics. Oh, I went over time, maybe by like 2 minutes. Oh, Carl went over time.
Stop, Carl.
Carl, you know what I mean? They find every reason. Basically, it was Carl was too funny or funnier than me. And Kevin's been through that. And it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't outshine your masters.
Right.
You can't that's one of the 48 laws of power. I read that book some years ago when I was a teenager. And that was the first rule. Once you start outshining somebody that put you on, they're going to make it difficult for you and get you out. Because you can't shine more than them. You can't get more than them. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's why I tell people, learn what you need to learn. Because once you start learning, them people start coming to you, you got to go.
Yeah, because what it is like, okay, so in comedy, there's the opening act, the middle act, and the headline act. The headliner, of course, gets the biggest share of the budget. So they didn't want to make you a headliner because they don't want to pay you the money. So they put you in the middle, but now you're funnier than the headliner. So now what do they do with you?
Right.
You know, what do they do with you? They can't book you because they can't not book you because you're not funny, and they don't want to pay you. I mean, you would think that racism is only like at schools or in offices. It's like it permeates every single
places
places you would not expect to find racism. It is there. I was getting less money because it was black. And I had a white comedian admit that to me. He said, Carl, I knew what you were getting and I knew what I was getting, but I couldn't say anything.
Yeah, that's what they tell the most of the employers tell people. Don't tell nobody what you making.
But
keep that to yourself.
Here's the thing. I knew, you know what I mean? I knew I was being paid less. Now, my thing was, do I say F you, I know what you're doing, and walk away and then ruin my career? You know what I mean? Because then you get
blackballed.
Right, you get blackballed.
Difficult to work with.
Yes. Or do I take the money, you know, do my best and try to use the stage time to get better and better and better and better?
Use the stage time.
You know what I mean? And then someday I'll make you pay for all the money you didn't give me.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So I you kind of in a lose, well, not lose, but you know what I mean, you're stuck in a position where it's hard. You know what I mean? Do you keep taking this mediocre money, even though I know they're paying me less? Or do I use the stage time to make myself better so one day I can, you know, demand whatever money I want? You know, which is why a lot of entertainers, when they have a show and then in the green room, I think it was Joan Rivers said when she did a show in her green room, they would say, "What do you want?" And she said, "I want steak, I want caviar, I want all this stuff." And she said she would never eat it. "I want sushi, I want fruit basket, I want champagne. That's what I want in my." And she said, it's for all the years where they treated her like shit. Which is why she made them put all that stuff. And then she said she would just leave and not touch it. She said, if the people that are with me or whoever wants to eat it, fine. But that was her way of getting back at.
There's always a way to get back to a person that shut you down.
Yeah.
They said the best revenge is success.
Absolutely. So yeah, so that white German lady was just mad because she was getting beat up by a sister.
She's gonna be all right. She's gonna be all right. Shout out to baby girl. She did her thing.
Yeah. So shout out to Coco Guff. I'm so glad you are, you know what I mean? And she's very gracious about it, you know. She didn't go off and act all crazy and stupid because I'm sure they wanted her to react in a certain way.
Yeah, so they can disqualify her and give it back to the that chick.
Yeah, you know.
But she did good. She holds her composure because somebody must have warned her and was like, "Baby girl, be careful because these whites, these Karens, is ridiculous. They will try you." And they tried her, and she succeeded. Boop boop. I'm so proud of her. Thank you, Carl, for introducing me to her.
Yeah, Coco.
I really don't watch tennis. I watch tennis because of Venus and Serena because they the only, you know. And I think it's another one. What's the Anoko or Coco? It's another one. She does tennis too.
You're talking about Coco?
No, she's another little young lady that does tennis. But I saw her. They did a documentary on her and everything too. But yeah, I didn't know, you know, about this young lady. And for her to really stand strong and have to go through all of that with homegirl, I would have probably ran over there and was fighting. Like, put your hands up, we about to fight. You know.
But see, that's what they want.
I know, and I would have gave it to them. In my head, let me stop because you know Florence is not gonna let me do that.
Pretty sure I would have gave it to them. Just exactly what you think of me is what exactly I would have done. You know, but for the ref to let her sit 6 times during a match when she's not even supposed to sit once.
Yeah.
You know,
and I would write a letter to the league. See, this is when the mother's supposed to do writing her letters to the league. I don't like how y'all treated my daughter. This didn't go according to the, you know, rules and regulations. If it was my daughter, y'all would have fined her and she would have lost all chances to be able to win this competition. So I think I would have write them. The mother should write them, or even the people that support her fans. Write them, write the league and say y'all didn't appreciate what they did to her because that wasn't right what they did.
No, and for the referee to tell her she's moving too fast.
She's moving too fast. Come on, please. No. You know, you just wanted to try her. I don't like that. No. Try somebody else. Try God. You know.
The girl said, "No, I move at the same speed every game," and you know what I mean. But you know, we know what was going on there.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You're talking about Naomi Osaka, Donna Hayes.
Yes. I think she just had a baby too. I think she just had a baby.
Yes, I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Nicole Coast just joined us. You're late, Nicole. What the hell?
Yes, thank you. Tell her, cause she's late. You better rewind and pause when you get back.
Yeah,
sure.
So before we go, I've always wondered if it's the lyrics. You know, we always complain about the hoes and the bitches and stuff that they have in rap lyrics. And
which they don't need.
No, and I'm gonna prove it right now. This song has so many positive lyrics, and the beat will have you dancing. It's a sample from, I think Dr. Dre probably sampled it from somebody else because it sounds like a Dr. Dre Snoop Dogg beat, but I know they got it from somewhere else. But if you listen to the lyrics,
so they sampled the beat from them and they put their words.
Yeah, I think I heard this from Dre and Snoop, but the lyrics.
Oh, let them know, little lion. Me see the song man got no love in them hearts. Me see them got no love in this world. Men they lose them soul under mind control. Me see the song man got no love in them hearts. Me see them got no love at all. That's why this wicked jump on them off fall. Little lion say you got to really deal in righteousness. Equality for the people wants peace and justice. Freedom of choices and the right to take a stand against the great deception played upon the nation. Me no need no glasses to see that them not pay them up to kill we ambition and spoil we career. Look how them poison the atmosphere with all them hatred and greed, injustice and fear. Cause them got no love in them heart. We see them got no love in this world. May they lose them soul
rule, under mind control. Them jump on and got no love, no love, no love in them hearts. Me see them got no love at all. Little lion song rules over all and all and all. Yeah.
We know who she's singing about. They got no love in their hearts, right? We know who she's singing about.
I like how she mixed it with the beats.
That's a Dre,
and then
right?
She got the reggae onto it too, you know, and then it's like just poetry. I saw it, but I didn't click on it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's good. And yeah, we need more music like that. I don't like when they say the N-word. Why you can't say brother or man or guy or you understand what I'm saying? Why you gotta say bitch or whore, slut?
But,
you understand female, sister. Like you can be able to put that positive out there and you can do an explicit record. You know, I don't care about, you know how back in the days they used to have this is the adult record, this is the clean side. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, get me clean. I don't need to know the nasty.
But remember the video I showed last week with Dr. What's his name? That he went to the record companies with a similar record, you know, positive record, and they told him they don't want that. They want G-string music.
Yeah, they want that popping.
The thing is, growing up in the Caribbean, music like this played on the radio every single day. Like, you know what I mean? So
righteous music.
Yeah, you know, I was so shocked when I came to America and all black people knew, or all anyone knew about Bob Marley was No Woman, No Cry, and you know, One Love. You know what I mean? But those are okay songs and they were good songs, but those are just, I would say, happy lyrics. But most of Bob Marley's music was about, you know, how the white man's keeping the black man down. Like, they don't want to see us unite. All they want to see us do is kill it. All this, but those songs would not play on the radio here. You know, they never allowed that kind of, and that's another thing that people don't understand. And I know Black Americans get mad, and I've seen the videos about people coming from the Caribbean and not understanding what they're dealing with. But you're gonna understand. You know what I mean? I never thought like going for a job interview with a certain hairstyle you would not get a job because you had natural black hair, like women. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah, you didn't know that because you didn't come for that because you already knew how to handle yourself around the slave master.
You know, but I mean that's not a thing. Like if you go for a job interview in the Caribbean, if your hair is like yours or a cornrow, whatever, you don't. You know what I mean? But hair.
The corporate world.
Yeah.
That's the corporate world.
Yeah. You know, so it's not a thing. But I do admit there's a lot of idiots that come to America and they jump on the Caucasian side because
and let them. They can stay over there because they will get a wake-up call. Okay? They will get a wake-up call. That's why I don't, when people come here from other countries, and let me tell you something, I want y'all to be happy. I want y'all to have a land of the free, but I want y'all to understand, y'all better respect our space. Because you don't know. It's hard out here. You're going to see it. They're going to treat you. You'll see how the system is. But then you got to remember you have people that's coming from nothing or they don't have what is already here. Because a lot of people feel like we don't take advantage or we're lazy. But you don't understand. We had to fight blood, sweat, and tears to get it to where it is today. You understand? And still today in the system, they do not want to give us health care. They do not want to give us good paying jobs. You understand? They don't want to do that. They want to be able to keep us at a certain level, controllable. You know, until you get here, you will understand.
Yeah. And what I think a lot of people don't understand or appreciate is that Black Americans, they took the rocks, they took the dogs, they took the fire hoses, they took all the beatings, they took the lynchings, so we can come here and get a job.
Yes. And still being lynched today.
Right. You know what I mean? But a lot of people come here and they just think it's all la-di-da and think this is the way it was from the beginning.
It's not
no,
la-di-da.
People died, people were tortured.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we can come here and skate by, you know, free and, you know, and have a good time.
Yeah. Instead of being la-di-da, we need to be family. You understand? We need to be unity. you know, and help each other out and stop trying to look so good all the time. Damon Dash said something you said about, you know, with clothing. Damon Dash saw all his rich friends wear worn out Air Force Ones. You wouldn't even know that they're billionaires because their sneakers look like shit. You understand? But us, we don't have no money in our pocket, but our sneakers is $300.
A lot of women are walking around with $1,500 purses with $10 in it.
And okay, and with $10 in it. And to be honest with you, make your own purse, put your own name on it. This young lady wanted to put Louis Vuitton on her wall. I said, do Louis Vuitton pay your bill? She said, no. She said, my mother do. I said, put your mother's initial up there. Or put your initial up there. Don't give them that energy. What is wrong with you? You work hard. They don't pay your bills. They didn't even want you buying their things. It's luxury. They don't consider black people as luxury.
Yeah. Golden Gold from YouTube checking in. Thank you. He said unity is key.
Yes, unity. We need each other. When we stick together, it works out. We saw that at the Montgomery Brawl. Everybody stuck together and they helped each other. My cookout I just had, I mean, we all helped each other, and that's what we're supposed to do. Just unity. Once we work together, everything will fall into place.
Absolutely. So we were accused of not being funny, so I'm going to end the show with a funny video.
Let's see which one of your videos.
I thought it was hilarious. I want to thank everyone for checking us out here.
Yes,
on Sunday.
thank you.
We truly appreciate it. And before we go, Tiffany, anything you learned or you want to share before we depart?
My people, you know, please be careful. Be careful. This week I had an incident right after the show. I was telling Carl, my mother had a very bad accident where she hurt herself really bad. And my whole life flashed in front of me. So I'm telling people now, you know, take care of yourself, love your life, you know, take care of your family members. And again, we need unity, you know, God forbid anything happen, you don't want to have no regrets. You know, we want to send our condolences to the family of the young the young sister that lost her life, and her baby passed away too. We cannot forget that. You know, these cops killed 2 human beings. You know, we want to definitely send our condolences out. Also, we need to be more aware. Carl, I don't know what is going on with our people. We need to be more on point. We cannot let any and everybody in our community and not recognize if something is wrong with them. Okay? All of these incidents with these racial incidents where they're coming into our stores, they're coming into our churches, they're coming into our community. We have to be on point. We have to recognize, we have to know our surroundings. We'll be quick to notice if Pookie or somebody else is not from the community, but you would not recognize a white boy with a vest on and a gun. We have to be more on point, and please practice self-defense. We have to protect ourselves, so because we don't want to leave this earth and say that we could have did something, you know. So again, we love y'all. Thank you for tuning in worldwide. Y'all are here. Like and subscribe and share. And like I said, this is only educational purposes. We want solutions for our people.
Golden Gold from YouTube is giving us some advice. Keep your head on a swivel. Discernment is needed, they said, and creativity. Yes, we need all of that.
Yeah, we have it. We have creativity. We just need to be activated.
Yeah, I would say to one of the things I realize as far as Black people, we cannot understand the level of hate. We can't. It doesn't even make sense. You know what I mean? We can't believe that people hate on that level, and we can't even get ourselves up to that level of hate. Even after all the shootings and stuff we see, we never say, you know what, let's go out and do the same thing to them. Let's go kill. It never happens. They could kill 1,000 Black people tomorrow. You would never get a group of black people that would say, let's go kill 1,000 of them.
Right.
It's just not in our nature. You know what I mean? And we just can't believe that people hate us the way they do. We keep seem to be waiting for the day when things are going to change. I don't think the day is going to come where it's going to change. You know, people hate. It is what it is. We see it every day. You know, we have videos to prove it. We have lynchings to prove it. We've seen pictures, photos of people being lynched and people having parties underneath the tree and smiling, picnics and drinking tea and coffee, and while someone's hanging. You know, we all know that, you know, there's documentation of a man being lynched, and he's trying to take the rope from around his neck while he was being lynched. So they took him out the tree, cut his arms off, and hauled his ass back up to the tree while burning him, while there was a fire built. I mean, these are the people we're dealing with. If you think these people don't exist anymore in the world, you're wrong.
Yeah, they got children. children.
You're wrong. Of course, they can't publicly lynch anyone anymore. But as you saw, the police officers are doing what they can to make sure the lynching continues.
Yeah, in different ways.
Yeah, so for people watching, for the white people watching, I say, you know what I mean, you got to do more.
Yeah.
You know, you got to speak up. You know, when you hear hateful speech, I had a white friend that would tell me when her family's racist, and when they start up with their racist talk, she just leaves the room. And I always say, why don't you stay and just, you know, stick up for me? You know what I mean? Say something. You know, I just don't want to deal with them. Is what her response. But yeah, like Gold said, keep your head on the swivel. You know, thank you, information man. I just literally wrote his name down. Because I was going to give him some props. I was going to shout out information man, and he just chimed in. He probably just finished his show, because I know his show comes on a little before ours. Yeah, so keep your head on a swivel and pay attention. I know Tiffany pays attention now too.
All the time. I see something weird, I grab my pocketbook. I don't play.
You know, so to all of you watching, please check out the Information Man show. His show is just on point, just as much as our show is on point. And all black content creators, we're trying to actually start a community where we all can support each other, you know, get our numbers up so we can share the information that you're not going to see in mainstream or no one's going to talk about.
Right.
The way we talk about it, because I'm sure in mainstream they're talking about police need more training and blah, blah, blah. But there's no more. How do you train hate, Tiffany? How do you train someone to love?
You can't train hate. You can't.
You can't sit someone in a room and say you must love everyone or you must treat people fairly. You can't. It's just, you know, these people are who they are, and it's sad, but you know, I have no answers. Just stay out of their way, people. Just stay out of their way. But here's a video I saw that I thought was hilarious. So aliens have been coming to the earth for a very long time. Long time. In slavery days, aliens they had to have been here, and they're up there, so they're looking down, they're seeing everything. So one brother was, I guess he had the question, why didn't you help us? So I guess he made this video interrogating an alien.
Oh no!
Why didn't you help?
Dude, I ain't playing. Keep out, Joker. Answer the question. Listen, you could either think we're playing. Dude, I ain't playing. Keep out, Joker.
Is he slapping the alien? Why? That's ridiculous.
He's asking, why didn't you help us? You were up there. You had all the power. You had those super spaceships. Why didn't you help us?
I almost peed on myself. Oh God! Do the closing song. I can't do this. You're ridiculous.
Why didn't you help us? Thank you to everyone for watching the show. Thank you, Golden Gold. Thank you. Hope you come back next Sunday. Thank you, Nicole Coates. Thank you, Information Man, for supporting us. Truly appreciate you and all you've done for us. You really put our numbers
Hey,
up.
Tiff.
Donna Haygood,
Nikki.
thank you so much. Renee Lewis, I'm not going to get to everyone, but thank you. Donna has Donna's your thing still going for your son. Donna, if anyone is interested, Donna's son is having a fundraiser at school, and you can go on there and you can buy stuff and help support the kids. At the school. So I don't know if there's a link. Donna's on. I saw it on Facebook. Donna's on. Donna Haygood is on Facebook. I don't know if Donna is still watching. Maybe she can put the link here.
Or if not, when we get off of here and you can go into our comment section, make sure you put the link in the comment section so we can be able to click onto it, or inbox us if you don't want it to be out there like that. You can inbox us in our Facebook so we can click onto it.
Yes. So some Golden Gold says travel in groups. It's like we're going backwards. Like,
no, we have to travel in groups. We can't. We still live in a sundown town mentality. It's probably not out there like that, but we have to travel in groups, and we can't be out too damn late.
Wow,
that's sad, but it's real talk.
It is sad, but it is the world we live in until we create our own utopia.
And there's people out there doing it, so shout out to y'all too.
Because I said to a white friend of mine one time, and she got really upset with me because I said we need to create our own world and just live in it. She said, "Well, that's not the way. That's not going to help anything. It's going to create division." And I go, "Well,
we're already divided,
right? So white people created their world and they live in it, but we kind of go into their world to shop and do stuff." You know what I mean? Why can't we create our own world? I'm not going to say let's create a black utopia where we have our own hospitals and our own stores and our own supermarkets and banks and all that. We're not going to tell people they can't come in, but at least the stuff that we own it. You know what I mean?
We are top consumers. We spend the most money.
My dream is for black people to go to a job interview, be interviewed by black people.
Yeah, you want a big black building, you said, with 25 floors, 30 floors.
That's my dream. It's probably not going to happen in my lifetime.
Well, unless we're going to build it together.
Yes.
We're gonna...
You know what I mean? When black people go for a job interview, there's a 99.99% chance they're going to be interviewed by a white person. And let me show. This is happening in 2023. Okay. And who would think that this is happening in 2023?
I'm not surprised. We're in America.
I was today years old when I found out.
I hired a pair of young white men and a pair of young black men. And for each pair, I randomly assigned one individual in the pair a criminal record. What this means is none of the young men in the study who were posing as job applicants actually had criminal records in real life. But for the purposes of these applications, they communicated to employers that they had a felony conviction. So looking first at the outcomes for white testers, we see that about 34% of whites with no criminal record received a callback or job offer, compared to just 17% of whites with a criminal record. So we see that a criminal record reduces employment opportunities by about 50%. In the case of black testers, 14% of those with no criminal background received a callback or job offer, relative to just 5% of blacks with a criminal record. When we compare the outcomes of the black and white testers side by side, what's most striking is the direct effect of race on the outcomes of these young men. A black applicant with no criminal background received callbacks or job offers at about half the rate of an equally qualified white applicant. But the most surprising finding was really related to blacks with no criminal background relative to whites with a felony conviction. We find that a white applicant with a felony conviction fared just as well, if not better, relative to a black applicant with a clean record. This suggests that being black in America today is essentially like having a felony conviction in terms of one's chances of finding employment.
right? A black person with a clean record, great, education, does worse than a white person with a felony.
I believe it. I told you they practicing that shit in the South. They'll hire a dope fiend before they'll hire a black person that is qualified for the services. It's horrible. Like I said, the system of America needs to be dismantled and started all over fresh, because we're not in a black and white world anymore. We're in a multicultural world.
Right. So my dream of having our own multi-million-dollar business that can hire thousands of black people is for the reason that exactly what she said. A black person with no criminal record does worse than a white person with a felony.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
These people are gonna keep being who they are, so we need to create our own utopia. We need to create our own world so we can hire. We can hire.
Yes. But then you saying that, and you hear Jay-Z say, people don't want to work for me because I'm black, but they'd rather work for the white man. You have people that would rather work for the man than work for somebody that is our color. And then we also got to remember it's two type of people that own businesses and people that run businesses. We want people that know how to run businesses and know how to treat their employees, so their employees will love to come to work every day, not be mad coming to work.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sure there's some truth, to it's funny you said that, because about Jay-Z saying that black people don't want to work for him, they'd rather go work for the white man.
Yeah, they don't want to take off.
I had a several times I asked I asked people to, if I need stuff done around the house, the grass, the lawn, take care of the lawn or whatever, and black people would show up. And I would say, hey, can you come by? And, I say, how much? And they tell me, I say, yeah, every 2 weeks, whatever. But they never come back.
They're not consistent.
No. You know what I mean? And
black businesses, be consistent.
They never come back. And it's very, so I guess we have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, we do. Especially before we get our reparations. That's
what
you heard Umar Johnson said. We ain't ready for reparations. We don't even know how to take care of our own ass.
It's like they assume you don't have money.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so last Friday I had a dental appointment, so I need a fill-in. And after the insurance pays, I'm gonna owe $180.
Right.
So the girl, there was a sister at the front office, and she came back and talking to me about, said the fill-in is whatever money, your insurance pays this much, you're gonna owe $180. And she goes, you can pay, $20 a month or $20 a week until you pay it off, because the appointment is in October. And she's breaking it down to me like, I'm like, no, I can pay it today. She goes, no, but you don't have to. You can. I'm like, this bitch think I don't have $180 to pay, but you know what I mean? Like,
we probably didn't think you do, but most of us don't. We need a breakdown call.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That's, you know what I mean? So then I kind of, understood that she was trying to help, if you don't have it.
Yeah. You know how many people asking for discounts or a breakdown? Can you break this down in 5 ways? Because I don't have $180 right now. You probably have it, but they're going to ask you that. I don't like that either. That's like when you going into a store, somebody tell you the price.
Right, but she assumed.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Most people, they do assume and don't even just let it go.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know if she would have done that if I was white to try to break it down.
No, she probably wouldn't, but she should have gave you the options afterwards. You can pay the $180 or you can break it down. What's your choice? That's it. But she kept pushing. You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
because
That's
sure.
Exactly. Yeah, so anyway, it is what it is.
Right.
All right. Again, we're going to end the show again for the 4th time, like we always do every Sunday. We end the show 3 or 4 times. Thank you so much. Thank you to our newbies, Golden Gold. Thank you so much. Donna, you said thanks for mentioning your son's fundraiser, but how do people get to can you put something in the comments so people can go online and And I bought some cookie dough, some oatmeal raisin. If anybody wants to get to my heart, give me warm oatmeal raisins.
Oh, you love
Oh
oatmeal
my
raisin
god!
cookies?
Oh my god! Do
I
I?
gotta learn how to make them for you, then,
Oh
Carl.
my god! Do I ever? I am not a chocolate chip person, but you give me a oatmeal
Yeah,
raisin,
oatmeal cookies is nice.
I would run away to a deserted island with you if you can make oatmeal raisin. So Donna, yeah, if you can. No, I can't see. She asked if I can see the link. No, I can't see the link. Did you
Tell her
put
once the show is over, either she
Okay.
can put it in the YouTube comments or you can put it on our Facebook, the Call Kevin Tiffany, and put it there, put a link to it so we can be able to click on it, or other people can put a link to it or inbox us.
Yeah, because I'm sure Kevin will support it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. He got some good
yeah.
stuff. I buy it.
Yeah. And Kevin
It
got
better be some good stuff, Donna.
So thank you again for watching the show. Thank you. And please also remember to check out the Information Man show. His show is chock full of good stuff. You know, the stuff you don't hear on CNN or NBC. She said it is. It's it's probably on the Facebook. It's not on our Facebook.
Okay, good.
So I'll get Kevin and Tiffany to support you, Donna, and whoever else goes to that page. So please, as the golden goal said, keep your head on the swivel, people.
Keep your head up.
Pay attention. Remember, Tiffany, if you had to guess what percentage of white people do not like us, what would you say? Out of if you had to pick a percentage,
I would give it a good 70%.
70%. You know, that's what I said before.
Yeah, about 70 to 75%. The rest of them, they love us and they sleep. They got black husbands or black wives or stuff like that. But you know, like I said, listen, we wasn't raised like that. We wasn't raised with hate or anything. We just want peace. We want to live our life and we want to make sure our children live their life. That's it. We don't ask for a lot. We just want equal rights.
Yeah, like I said, after all the shootings and all the murders, all the things we've seen, we still don't go after them.
If we don't have time, Carl, we're busy paying bills and taking care of children.
All right, everyone. We will see you guys next Sunday. Kevin obviously didn't make it because he was traveling.
Love you, Kev. Shout out to his family, his mom, his sister, everybody, Patricia.
Like to say hi to Mama Lee and Sister Lee. Thank you guys for watching the show. And all the other Lees that are watching the show.
Tell your son he better hurry up. No.
And we love you guys. You guys have and Labor Day is tomorrow.
Blup, 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 blup. Shout out to your country. I'm gonna shout out to St. Kitts. That's where my great-great-grandfather's from.
Oh, yeah. Do you go to the West Indian Day Parade? Do you go to that parade?
No, I'm not going. Yeah. I did that for years, Carl. Yeah. I was in my mother's womb going to that thing. Yeah. I'm done. I can't. I'm tired, Carl. That's too much right now. Yeah. I'll watch it from the TV on YouTube or something.
All right, everybody. We'll see you guys next Sunday.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We give you a challenge mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built on your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God up above. No. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show.